Well, this is going to be great.
Welcome to the White House Pod with David A.R.
I'm gonna finish what I started.
It's not easy, but it's simple.
Who choose is opening a show and they're having a power bar? Mark, actually, it's not a power bar, Al, which is a different bar. But today, I'm so excited because I have one of my great buddies here who is like a journeyman who has acted in more shows and he constantly just does big TV shows. You're going to know him also from a few of our movies. Ladies and gentlemen, Alice Watson.
Me.
Hey, Al, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Is that good?
Al, what did you say? What did you say at the beginning of this? Before we rolled?
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
All right, Al. So tell me. Tell me something. No.
This is amazing. It's
I love Al.
You just draw it
How
out
did I
of
meet
people.
you? First of all, let's talk about that.
I think I met you through Matt, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Through Matt Shapiro, the director. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What movies has Matt Shapiro done for us?
He did.
This is a test.
Finding Love in Quarantine, which I was in.
That you were in.
And then Love on the Rock.
I like that one.
Yeah, which I was in as well.
Where did we shoot that?
Malta.
Was it fun?
That was a great time. That was so fun. It was like, that was the first two movies I shot with you, and it was like, it's kind of uncomfortable to see you without the mask, because we shot it all during quarantine. It was like everyone just always had the mask on. I think I shot it with the mask on. I think I'm on screen with the mask.
You're one of the few.
Yeah.
I didn't have a mask. Oh, I had. I'm funny. In quarantine, I had a
No,
mask
but when we were in Malta, when we would go out, they would make us wear them.
Well, the whole island was shut down.
Yeah.
It was this weird deal. Although, yeah. All right. So, when did you come to L.A.? Where are you from?
I am from many places, but I was born in England.
What?
Yeah.
You're from England? Can you hear that rapping? I apologize. Thanks for still being here.
It's super distracting. Can we get him a cookie or something?
I think that's right there. Tony actually brings cookies every
just,
single time. All right, wait
you're
a second.
withering away.
What do you mean you're from England?
I was born in England.
What are you talking about?
You know my character's name in Love on the Rock is based upon, I was talking to Matt, and he's like, you were born in England? I was like, yeah. He goes, where? I said, Bromley. And he goes, that's your name. And so he named me after the town I was born in England, in Love on the Rock.
What part of England is that?
It's in Kent. I love just saying new things that are true that you're like, that doesn't help me at all. I think it's south of London. But
who in the world knows where Kent, England is?
Most people in England would probably know.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it close to London?
I think it's south of London. But I'm dyslexic, so it could be north of London. You okay?
I don't know if dyslexia shines through for maps.
Well, do you have dyslexia?
We should ask Tom Cruise.
You can't disprove it.
Doesn't Tom Cruise have dyslexia?
I don't know.
What is dyslexia? Is that like an eye problem?
No, it's when your mind reverses things. What do you... Okay, first of all, let's stop making fun of disabled people.
We are not making fun of disabled.
I should get one of those parking passes.
Yeah, you should, because you have dyslexia.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
I have ADHD, so do I get a parking pass too?
I think that's fair.
You don't feel left out?
I do feel left out. I think that may be what the next God's Not Dead movie is about. Is us getting parking passes for...
have you been in a God's Not Dead movie yet?
I have not. I think I was supposed to do 4, but then there was a scheduling conflict. Mm-hmm. And then you just did 5. Mm-hmm. And Vance didn't call me.
Wow.
So
I'm going to call Vance, the director.
Yeah.
So you're from England. When do you get to L.A.? How old are you?
No, so I was born in England, but then I moved to the South. Like, we moved around a lot. So I was in, like,
Where?
Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi.
Why? Was your dad in the military?
No, we just moved around a lot.
Was he running from the law?
Fugitives, yes. We were never been caught. My name's been changed many times.
Were you guys singers, too? Like, were you singing
Did
Fugitives?
we have, like, the Parch-Off family? It's like, yeah. So close. No, we just moved a lot. It's like, so I moved.
No, we didn't sing, or no, we
I
just
did
moved
sing.
a lot.
I did sing. What's funny is when we were in Jackson, I was with the Jackson Ballet Company when I was younger because my
I'm
mom
sorry,
was.
you were a ballet dancer?
Yeah.
Are you really?
No, well, not. I mean, I was 5, so it's like there's not a whole bunch you can do with
Yeah,
that. Time.
you haven't kept up with your skills?
I wasn't. You know, it was like me
How's
and
your
Mikhail.
Perrier?
That's decent. It's decent. It's funny. The larger I get, the easier it is to spin because it's pushing me down, so I don't. It's like a top. Okay. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you know, basically you're just in costumes running around, and everyone's like, "That's so cute." But the one thing it does do though is like Jackson Ballet Company is a big ballet company, so it's like huge theaters. It's like Lincoln Center, and so you get very used to like being in front of large audiences while performing, and you do that as a child. It's something that just becomes ingrained to you. So that was cool about that. But yeah, I was in Jackson, and then I think we moved up to like Connecticut and then New Hampshire, and then I spent a good portion of time in Virginia, in Charlottesville, which is the town of UVA and statues. And and then
When did you move to L.A.? How old were you?
I think I was like 19 or something.
And
like
we land in L.A.
I land
Is
in
it to
LA.
be an actor or to do something else?
No, it was to be an actor. So I had moved to Hawaii during like my like teen years.
Did we establish what your dad does?
No,
What does your dad do?
he
Why was he moving so much?
he wasn't, because he died, so he stayed where he was. He died when I was 5.
Oh,
so
wow.
he died in Mississippi, and then
So why'd
we
your
moved
mom
around.
move so much?
I don't know.
You still don't even know?
I was 5. I wasn't like making the decisions. I wasn't like sitting
But
down.
you
going,
don't know
like,
now? Is this still a mystery?
I think it was just like, you know, you're trying to figure out where you want to live, and so you go and you see. I think we moved to Virginia because my mom went to school there, so she went to UVA.
Out of all your siblings, are you the oldest, youngest?
I am I'm the oldest now because my sister had passed.
My gosh, Al.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so you're the... How many more siblings are there?
I have a brother, and then that'll be it.
Younger brother?
He's an older brother, but he's not like a family brother, although I think I do have a half brother somewhere. He was like, when I was little, because I didn't have a father, they did Big Brothers Big Sisters. And so at the end of the year, you're supposed to kind of like just be, you know, you get a new brother. And we kind of just went out of the program, and he was like, well, let's just keep doing that. So he was my big brother up until now. And I would go to their family reunions and everything. His name's Kent. He's an amazing person.
Is his name Kent?
Yes.
So did you just make up the whole thing about Kent, England?
No, that's true. And get this, he went to school in Kent, Connecticut at a school called Kent School.
His name's Kent.
Yeah.
You're from Kent, England.
Yes.
And he's your big brother
Yes.
who went to Kent School
In Kent, Connecticut.
in Kent, Connecticut.
Yeah.
You don't think that's odd at all?
I mean, I think it's a series of events. I didn't really see anything bad in it, but it was unusual.
It's bad to me.
But I didn't want to
bad
seem
me,
like
Al.
Tom Jones, so. It's bad
All right.
writing. It's
All
bad
right.
writing. It's lazy writing.
Yeah,
if
it
that's
is
true.
lazy writing.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So we land in L.A. We're skipping all of this sad childhood.
Yeah.
You landed.
Yeah, I was like, why'd you bring that up? That's
I don't
that's
really
hateful.
know. I feel terrible.
I was 5. I've gotten over it.
I feel like there's a Kent, Michigan, too.
I think there's a lot of things that have the name Kent. I don't think it's that unusual of a name.
What was the guy's name? Superman, yeah.
Clark Kent. Yeah, it's there, right?
Is he from Kent, England?
No, he's from Krypton. Which shockingly translated into German is Kent. I don't think that's true. I can't back that
It
up.
doesn't. We're not
that's
backing any of this up.
That's not true.
You land in 19. You land in L.A. when you're 19. You know, I landed in L.A. when I was 19. What day?
No, I didn't know. I don't remember the day. It was.
Don't remember the day?
I think it was no.
What kind of a podcast is this?
Well, you're asking.
Did he not get the lessons and the questions ahead of time?
You're making it sound like it's a Miley Cyrus song where I hopped off the plane, and it wasn't. It was like I had to drive cross country. I didn't know what day it was. From
Kent,
Virginia.
Michigan?
No, there is a Kent, Michigan. You have an obsession with Kent.
My uncle Ken.
Drop the T. Yeah. Hyphenated.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came out, I think it was like 99 or 2000 or something.
Do you not want to wear the headphones?
You're not wearing the headphones.
Yeah, but I have a hat on, so that's why I'm not wearing
if
them.
you want it for the visual, I can wear the headphones.
I mean, at this point, you might as well just leave them off.
I mean, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Who?
All right, so we're 19 years old. We land in Los Angeles without the headphones on.
I land.
I'm sorry, you drove.
I drove. I drove with my buddy.
I drove too, but I still sounds better when you land.
Okay. I landed
Right.
out of my car in L.A., but I can tell some previous backstory first. So I
just heard your backstory. I don't want to hear more backstory. I want to go forward.
Well, this is like in that.
Well, you don't have. Moment. It's not like a 9-hour podcast where you could just talk every waking sad moment of your childhood.
Should we talk about that?
No. This is a positive show.
No, it's positive.
All right, guys. You know what? Leave a comment right now on podcast, on Spotify or YouTube if you believe that we should hear more of Al's story.
They want to hear it.
The backstory, of course.
No, so
or the post story.
I was going to tell you the precursor of what made me move out to LA.
Go ahead.
But I landed in LA, and
sounds so much better.
do you see? I want to make you happy. So landed in LA.
I almost heard applause.
And I moved out here with my roommate from Virginia, and he went to work at UTA. And
Wow.
And I'd come out and I didn't know anything, right? I was just.
What were you studying at UTA? I mean, in Virginia.
I was at UVA studying for theater, and then I spoke to somebody, and they're like, it's pointless. They're like, if you want to do film and TV, it's like you got to go to LA, because I didn't want to. I wanted to go to New York, and they're like, do you want to do theater? And I'm like, not really. And they're like, then go to LA. So I was like, okay. So I went. He was like, I'm moving out to be an agent. I said, I'm moving out. So we moved out. We got a place.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was fun. And
Did you go with UTA?
Did I go with UTA?
Yeah.
No.
When he got here? He didn't say, I want to rep you?
No, I mean, UTA, I hadn't done anything. I just show up and roll in and be like, yo, who wants to rep?
Well, had he done anything? How did he become an agent?
So he was in law school.
Yeah.
So he comes out of law school, and then you go, and it's funny because when you're going to work with the agencies, or it used to be this way, they'd go and they'd work in the mailroom. So you're this person who's being offered like $190,000 out of law school, and they're working for like $400 a week.
Yeah.
So he went in. He moved up very quickly and started working with like Kevin Stolper over there, who's a really good agent. But I came out, and I have to bring up Kent again. So Kent went to school with a casting director named Mary Vernew. And so when I first got out here, he was like, go talk to her. So I went to talk to her and met with her, and she's very, very nice. And she's like, yeah, well, we can bring you in for some things, which is like, I didn't realize at the time how big of a casting director she was.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And so I was sitting there, and I was like talking to her. I was like, hey, I don't have a job right now. Like, I came out, I had savings. I was like, if you need any help or whatever, intern, just to learn. Because I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to learn like how things were done. So I went and I interned with her.
That makes one of us.
Well, you get it sooner or later. You just check that little notebook.
Check.
That's right. So I worked with her.
Drop the mic.
You dropped the mic? Okay.
Because I checked it off.
It was good. I like that. So, so I was working with her, and I worked with her for like
Mary Vanu.
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
doing intern stuff, and I did movies through her. Like she got me my first movie.
What was it?
It was a movie called All the Rage, which was really great because the cast was insane.
Well, had you. So
yeah.
doesn't get any
Well, I
better than
think
that.
they kind of just like
Who
I
else was in
signed
that?
on, and then everyone else kind of like they used me to grab everybody
Understandable.
else.
Who else was in there?
It was Gary Sinise, Andre Brower, Joan Allen, Josh Brolin, David Schwimmer.
I've heard of
January
everybody other
Jones.
than Josh Brolin in that list.
You haven't heard of Josh Brolin?
No.
Yeah, he's a new guy. Hasn't done stuff.
Really?
But he's up
Does
and
he look
comer.
talented?
He looks like he might have
Like a skill?
He's got a little bit of game. A little bit of game.
okay.
There might be legs on that
On
career.
Josh?
Yeah.
Legs Brolin?
Yeah. Legs Brolin. That's
his name on the street.
He's had it since he was a child.
So now Josh Brolin, does he come to you and go, wow? David Schwimmer, did they come to you and go, how do I pick up some of your skills?
I mean, they're unanswered texts that I've gotten, but
You didn't answer them, or
no,
or you
because
still-
I'm like, look, I'm not going to teach you how to beat me out of roles that clearly were going up for the same thing.
right. Same type.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. In Hollywood, there's a lot of times people put you in types for the different shows. So like for Al, it was always like leading man, good looking, charming, and then for others like Josh Brolin, it was more like, oh, he's more charactery, funny, but charactery.
I do want to point out, just so that everyone realizes, because it was a while ago, I was like 40 pounds heavier, so you have to take that into account when we're talking about leading.
When
man.
you were younger?
No, I'm joking. You get it now? Like I'm supposed to say I was like 100 pounds lighter, but now I went the opposite direction. So yeah, so I did that, and then
That
worked-
seems like a good launch period, a launch movie, right?
it was very independent.
Right.
But it was
some people in there.
Yeah, there were some people in there, but like it was right when like independents were like like real actors were started to do independents that
Yeah.
didn't have Quentin Tarantino directing it, right?
Is this back in the 90s for you too?
No, this is in like the 2000s.
Grief.
Yeah,
You're way younger than me,
I'm like, okay,
apparently.
yeah. But yeah, so I did that, and then I was just working with Mary, and I learned a lot through just like
How long did you work with her?
it was Mary Vernew and Ann McCarthy, and I worked with them for about 5 years, where it was like I was just like, so it was like I was there for like Requiem for a Dream, Any Given Sunday, just so many movies that were like that you could sit there and see like these.
Al.
Yeah.
Al.
It's the same thing, same name. It's not like I'm trying to call myself Kent. Yeah, just we're gonna come back a couple more times, so brace yourself.
There it goes.
Yeah, so that's I did that and then started working, and
This show is called Dare to Dream, right?
yeah.
When you look back and you go, wow, was it an easy climb to be an actor in Los Angeles? And has it changed now versus then? And was it hard? Or should anybody, if you want to just be in the industry, just come on out because it's super simple?
I have a class I teach people, but when I'm talking to the students, a lot of it now has to be about the business of it and the aspects of it and the mentality
Oh,
of it.
instead of just the acting.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so like you come out and it's like you're so full of vigor and excitement and everything, and then you just get slapped down like so often. You need to realize that and that was the one thing that casting really helped me with, is it had very little to do with you as the actor or you and your performance. It was a vision that the director had. So a lot of times people would go and they'd kill it and they'd be like, I knew I was the best actor. And they may have been, but that's not all that encompasses that decision. And so having that going in and knowing that is very key to coming out and creating your dream. And it's different than when you started and then when I started. So it's like as it tears
Since I'm
up.
10 years older than you.
I mean, we don't need to count it, but as we as we go forward, you okay? Mm-hmm. As the times change, I'm just letting you recover. Yep. I'm trying to. As the times change, you have to change with them, and so you have to be the one thing I would say to people that are trying to come out here and pursue that career is like, don't let social media kind of drag you in on what
social media?
Yeah, on what you want to do, because I'll tell you one of the big mistakes I had when I came out.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest mistakes I had when I came out is I was working with Mary, and my roommate, Pete, was working at UTA. And so we would get invited to everything. I think I went to 22 premieres before I saw a movie. I was going just for the food, for the parties. And so you're hanging out with everyone that is working.
Yeah.
And so it's it gives that illusion that you've made it. Mm-hmm. Because I was reading all the people that were doing well. They recognized me. So I would go to these parties and everything. You're kind of I've made it.
And Al Pacino's putting his arm around you.
Al's come over to the house. It's barbecue time.
Al, it's Al. Come on.
I'm doing
a donut commercial. Come do it with me.
Okay, I didn't.
Al did that.
He did a donut commercial.
It's very funny, actually.
It's good. Krispy Kreme.
Actually, I think it's in a movie, though. Anyway, point is, though.
Yes.
It's in an Adam Sandler movie.
The point being is it's I should have worked harder. And I didn't, because I had that false sense.
But didn't that because you were working for a casting director, right?
Yeah.
Of big movies.
Yeah.
Didn't it allow you to audition for roles in all those big movies? I would think, oh well, he must be in all those big movies because of the you were working so closely with her and she loved you, and you were in another one years earlier.
It can,
or was it I can't be in every big movie that we're casting?
It's not even you can't be in every big movie. The problem is, and I didn't realize this at the time, is it's kind of you've heard of out of sight, out of mind, but then always in sight, never in mind. Because it was you're there every day, so they don't even think about you in that sense. And they're not trying not to.
Yeah.
They're just kind of oh. Mm-hmm. So it was I did get some, but there were others that I probably would have read for and gotten if I wasn't in the office. But I didn't see that at the time.
How long did you work for Mary?
About 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And I had an agent. I was doing other movies, and I was, and I was in some of their movies, but it was just kind of
Do you feel, though, did you not go to the premieres, though, and meet then other casting directors and all of a sudden feel or producers, and because it seems from a outsider's perspective, it seems you would go to these premieres and meet people and start hobnobbing with the the stars. Is that a saying, hobnob?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Is that,
I've heard about it.
Bump elbows?
Yeah.
With super celebrities?
Yeah. The hobnob.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, in my hobnobbery,
That's what we all do.
Here's the thing is, this is also the thing where it's there's a thing is networking, and there's a thing is just being somewhere. And I think that it's you think of all the people that you meet, and you're an incredible person. You're just a wonderful person, and you meet tons of people. And it's but you meet somebody, you're not automatically well, you're just going to be in my movie, right? And it's if you meet them, then they still have to read for you, because it's I think you're a great person, but we're doing a movie.
Yeah.
So there's a certain point where it's because you're talking to someone who everyone wants them to do that. So there's just a huge barrier there. So it's good to be around those people in the sense of this way, meaning if you go in and you read for something and it's close between the two of them, you'll be I want that dude on set. I've hung out with him. He's fun.
Yeah.
That's going to help you. And it might be in the situation where it's you look like something we're looking for. I think it was James Woods. I ran into James Woods one time. out at a party, and he was just like, you look right for this. I know you like, I want you to come in and read for this movie. It didn't end up getting made, but like, yeah, that can happen, but it's not like as big of an occurrence as you would think.
Yeah, I mean, I would think you would think that, from an outsider's perspective, that, oh wow, then you're with those people, greatness should follow. But I think you're right about so in that, when you talk to your students, what do you say to them?
I say, well,
where's the balance?
I say you really got to work hard, right? It's like, I think the most dangerous situation you can be in is being really talented. Because if you're really talented, you can get away with just looking at something, barely doing any work on it, going in, and you get like a callback, or you get, like, that was great. The problem being is it's that person who's way less talented than you, but does 3 times the work. They're always going to be better. And it's like there's no points for second place when it comes to casting.
Do you feel like you are too talented?
Clearly. I didn't think that was
that's what really much what the audience thought too.
Not
they were like,
really a question.
They had already written down in the comments, too talented here.
I think I was too talented for my own good when I first came out. And I think it was like I was getting callbacks, I was getting things, but I looked at like now what I teach, and I know that if I had put the work in on a lot of the things that I came close on, or that I got callbacks on, I could have gotten those roles. And it's being an actor, it's like you go and you read for something, then you do the thing, and then they give you notes or whatever, and then you go home and you're like, I know what they meant. And you're like, I know what it should have done. And you kind of have it afterwards. It's like you realize it a little too late. But then you look and you're like, if I had done my preparation, I would have known that before I walked in. And when they said that, it would have been something I had already done. So it's like, that's kind of what I try to push people to do.
When do you have classes? Like, how do people hear about your classes if they are listening to this and they're like, man, gosh, he's so wise.
Isn't it? It's like, he's so talented.
How do people find out?
It's called the Artists Playhouse with an S.
Yeah.
And I teach throughout the week. I have some Zoom classes on Wednesdays for people that are across the country or, in other countries. And
do you ever find, like, so because you give so much back to folks, do you ever get tired of giving to people? Like as they say, like, a trainers, for example, like I just say a gym trainer, somebody who trains people, right?
Yeah.
It's harder for them to go work out themselves because they're too tired from that giving to all those people during the day. Then they want to just leave the gym. They don't even want to be in the gym any longer. They can't run fast enough from that gym.
No, and I'll tell you why. And this comes to a story that's kind of serious where I think it was Scary Movie. It was a movie we were doing where we were seeing everyone.
Did you just say this is going to be serious?
Yes.
And the movie is Scary Movie?
Yes. And well, you're going to hear how it's serious. You're going to hear how it's serious.
All right, Scary Movie.
Scary Movie, very serious. We read pretty much everyone in Hollywood. And
is this it was still with Mary?
Yes.
This is back in the day with Mary.
And so I'm doing pre-reads on my own. Yeah. So it was like Mary's doing pre-reads, I'm doing pre-reads.
You're a bona fide casting.
Oh, yeah. I was doing like in sessions and everything.
Wow.
So I was doing the pre-reads.
Did you have a different name, or was it still Al Watson?
This is actually really funny. My name was Boy. Because we had a girl Alex and a boy Alex, and we'd always get confused. And so they would just call me Boy. Which went
so like, hey, are you reading with Boy today? I'm reading with Boy today.
They'd just be like, hey, Boy.
Is that serious? Are you serious?
100% serious. In fact, it was really funny because we were doing Scary Movie, and I was in the room, and then I left. And she's like, Boy, go get me this. And Keenan Ivory Wayne's turned to Mary, and she's like, what did you just call him? And he's like, no. There's 2 of them. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But so I was doing the pre-reads, and it's like, it's shocking how many bad actors are out there that are repped because they're good looking, or at least they
Why
used to be.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Because I don't take Al's class. For starters.
For starters.
Check.
The drop. So I read all these people, and I think out of like 200 people, I got like 3 people that were going to go through.
Wow.
Which is shocking. And these were from all the, like, it wasn't like mini agencies. These were legit agencies. And so I was talking to somebody later about it, and they go, when you see the people in there that bad, is it hard not to laugh? And this is where it gets serious and comes back to your, dare to dream. And I said, it's not hard not to laugh at all. It's very sad. Mm-hmm. And they're like, why? And I'm like, you're looking at someone who's giving it their all. They're pushing. They're doing everything they can. And they're not accomplishing their goal. And this is their dream. This is what they want to do with life. And unless they do something drastic to change it, it's not going to happen. And they don't know it. And you do. And you can't tell them. Because, I can't say you're terrible. Go to class.
I'm a dream killer.
Yeah.
Then you would have your podcast, Dream Killer.
Dream Killer.
Alex Watson.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take everyone down. But yeah, so it's like when I see.
Why are you asking me to be the first guest on Dream Killer?
Well, because it's like if you dare to dream, I'm gonna show you what happens. Don't dare me. Nightmare.
Getting back to our story of Scary Movie.
Well, no, you would ask me about the.
Well, let's go back to Scary Movie.
What about Scary Movie?
I don't know. You said there was a story about Scary Movie.
That was it. Well, did you forget what? I feel like we're in court. Can we have the court reporter read back? No, it was me doing the thing, and then
I get it.
Yeah, but no.
Wow,
Christopher.
I don't know why you told such a long story. I love Christopher Walken. I missed him. What was the follow-up to that?
The follow-up was I don't ever get tired of helping people, which was the original question, because it encompasses people's life. It's not like I'm helping to change a tire.
It's almost like you're a doctor in different ways, and I that sounds funny, but I mean it in the most sincere way.
Okay.
Because it is, I do believe that you live and you die by your vision. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Without vision, people perish," which is so true even in Los Angeles, right? The home of broken dreams, really.
Yeah.
There's so many people that they've set out for this goal that they believe that they're supposed to, and then it feels like it never comes true or it doesn't come true. And what you're saying is these actors who have these broken dreams, not just because you didn't cast them, but I'm sure a whole lot of other people didn't cast them either. But so how do you encourage then your actors that you teach, and or just me as a person or somebody that you come in contact with on a movie set, what do you say to them?
Well, the one thing I like to do is I like to separate the 3 things, which is like when I'm working with someone, whether coaching or teaching, like what their process is going to be.
Because you must coach some people who aren't good. Or some people. I don't want to say that nobody. You can obviously make a bad actor better, but at some point it's innate. If it's not innate,
no. But I think you can. It's just a matter of how much work you need to do,
or how much work they're willing to do.
Yes. So I treat it as 3 ways. There's the person, the artist, and then the character. And the person is the one who gives the artist the fuel or the time that they need.
Yeah.
If that person doesn't believe, if that person doesn't give that artist the time, you can't become the character, right? And that person is what you're talking about, where you come out and you're getting slapped down and not understanding what it is makes things bad, right? But if you understand, it's like, oh, well, it wasn't my performance. It was I didn't look like this, or the casting director will like me, so I just need to be better next time, right? Then that person lets that artist flourish and do more things. If that person is listening to everybody else, it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? The artist is going to suffer because then they start to believe what the person believes.
What did you feel like? Where did you get your calling then When did your calling, let's just call it a calling, so to speak, click in for you to help other people, other actors in this way?
You know what?
Like, where did your passion come from? Was it from the casting?
I was doing casting, and then I had a manager, and then there was an actress that was working. She wasn't working yet. Adrienne Palicki, and great actress. And my manager was like, "Will you work with her?" And I was like, "Why?" Like I hadn't coached or anything. She's like, "I just think it would work well." So I started working with her, and worked with her on the things she did. Like she had done Wonder Woman, and ended up getting Friday Night Lights, and then did John Wick. But like I was working with her when she started to do
all of which I've never heard of.
Yeah, these are tiny little projects.
Yeah.
But my point being is I kind of got thrust into it. It wasn't something that I was like, I'm going to do this. And then from that, they started sending me people. And then I started to like see how, to me, the thing that drives me more is someone who's doing the work. They're just doing it a little bit incorrectly for what they want to do. So they're putting the time and the energy in, but they're not getting any results. So to me, it was like, it takes so little time for me to affect their life in such a positive way. And so many times as artists, like people just don't understand. When they don't understand, they just don't talk about it. They're just like, oh, okay.
That's cool.
So like, it's like you're a very giving person. And if you can do a very small thing that helps somebody in a big way, you don't even think about it. I've seen you do it.
Thank you.
And it's the same kind of thing. It's like, oh, I can do this little thing, and then they take it on, and now they're so happy with the things that they get to do in their life, and their dream becomes reality.
Okay, you just did a big show recently.
Yeah.
You're a working actor, a journeyman, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
People call you that, I would imagine. Now they have a place in the dictionary for that.
It's my picture. Just did the photo shoot for it. Looks great. Yeah.
What is your advice to actors, not as a teacher, right, but just as a person who still auditions, who still goes on big TV shows? It ebbs and flows. What's the long game for actors?
I'll say this for the long game is, and this is kind of not as a teacher, but just everything I've known.
Yeah.
If you work hard, like really work hard and treat it like you're going to college, right? Like you're like 4 years, 8 hours a day, you're doing your classes. Like you worked that hard, you will work. It's impossible not to work. Like people are like, it's really hard. A lot of people just don't do the work.
How about getting representation? Is that difficult?
I think it can be, but nowadays it's more like you can go shoot your own things, and if you like really elevate your game and make sure you're doing like the best that you can see in your demo reel, even if you shot it in your garage, looks like it could be a Netflix show, and you send that to an agent, they're going to take the meeting.
Yeah.
Right? And with email, you can like send stuff out now. So it's like
I've never heard of this thing called email.
Yeah, it's new. It's new.
Sum this up for us. You got 2 minutes. Make something good come out of your mouth.
If you ever visit Kent, whether it's in England or
oh gosh,
no, it's like, look, like we've done a bunch of movies together.
We have, and I love working with you.
It's all about it's all about the people. I think is what's important. It's the people you surround yourself with, the people that you work with, and the value that you assess to yourself is really the important thing. Is you need to value your art, and you need to surround yourself with people that value you and will support you.
Are you a big believer, though, like when you think about, sorry to cut your 2 minutes off, but when you think about all the different, this was my big question when I first went into Hollywood, and it was as an actor. It was like there were so many different techniques as an actor, right? I had never, because I was very sheltered growing up, and then I didn't even go to acting school. I just landed in LA and jumped in, and then was like, oh my goodness, there's so many different classes to take. Which instructor do I go with, right? Because I didn't go to college to do this. Is there a certain technique that actors should go into Stanislavski, or they should go into, Uta Hagen, or Stella Adler, or like, out of all of them that you go, oh, it's important to go get the basis, and know them all in the group theater. What was that? That was, or is it not? Or should they just go to Alex's teaching?
It's only mine's the only one. No, I think a lot of people resonate with mine because mine is not about any of those. It's like they all are very useful, but they're all based upon Stanislavski.
Yeah,
and that was
true.
built for theater in like
right.
the
Oh,
1920.
You're saying all those Uta Hagens.
Yeah, everything is based upon that.
Yeah.
Right.
It was based upon that.
Yeah, and so it's like we live in a 4K, 8K world now. Now everything's just like be really real, where it's like it's very close up, and you can see the progression of like acting
Did you
from
say
like the
4K, 8K?
A 4K world, an 8K world. Yeah, like resolution.
I got it.
Okay.
What about a 1080 or a 640?
It's it wasn't about
resolution
I didn't do the math on it, to be honest with you.
Resolution
It was
isn't as
just
good?
yeah.
On the 640 versus the 4K?
Well, honestly, like you could get away with more in 480p because you couldn't see it.
I know most of my movies have all been shot in 640.
I know. No.
Touche. Wow. Who booked this guest?
Yes.
An ex-friend.
Look, you just keep throwing it across the plate. I've got to swing.
All right. Cue our music. Help Al out.
I was going to finish it out for you.
I know. That's what we're cueing the music for, helping Al out of this segment.
The thing I say is it's your own thing, right? It's you need to find your own process, your own thing. If you're going naturally towards what you do, that's what's going to make you unique. If you're trying to do a cookie cutter, like I'm going to do Stella, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it's going to come out the same as all the people who do that because you're using the same directions in which to get there. So you really have to just find your own. And
I thought you were going to say ingredients.
what did I
Using
say?
the same ingredients to get there, but it's not that.
It's-
because everybody has different ingredients.
Yeah.
Which is what makes you and you special and unique. Don't laugh at me.
No, I was agreeing.
Oh my gosh!
You know what?
I'm feeling like there's
Look,
a lot of heart here.
I think
and,
there's some
we're summing
sensitivity
up
here
this whole-
that's unjustified. I have nothing but love and respect.
All right. Well, from Kent, England, ladies and gentlemen, Al Watson. I had a good time today, and I hope that you did too. Al did not.
Had a great time.
Hopefully the camera has stopped being on Al. I'm just kidding. Al, I love you, brother.
I love you, man.
And it is always fun working with you.
Yeah, I love working with you.
And on behalf of everything that you just said, I don't really agree with anything of it. But
Just made it up.
But I would say that Kent, England is a place in all of our hearts, and we will cherish that as we move forward. So, with that, further ado, is that a thing?
It is in Kent.
I think it's without further ado. It's not with further ado.
What did you say?
I don't even.
I
I
stopped
think I said
listening.
with.
I thought I was off screen.
All right, guys. With all that, I hope you got something out of this episode. No, I did, and I think the kernel of everything, the takeaway out of all of this, is that if you have dreams, whatever those dreams that God put inside your heart, take a look at those things and pursue them with your passion, and go forth and call Alex Watson if you get in a bind, and he can help you as he did with me. Even on my son's,
The computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had computer skills up until about a year ago.
Yeah, I built computers for LAX.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
This is the thing, though. It's not just about one thing. Like, you got to be a well-rounded individual, and they're going to kick us out of the studio in like 12 seconds. So, without further ado, I bid you goodbye. God bless you guys. See you next time.
Thank you for having me.